Hello, dear families. This is a video support for you from Stanford Evolution, and I'm going to be helping you to deal with new situation of hybrid teaching and learning at schools. So, hybrid learning has some possible questions you might have, is what we're going to be discussing. But what comes to your mind when you think about hybrid learning, right? And some parents were asking, how will my child learn, right? How will my teenage daughter or son learn in this new way, right? Will my child, my preschool child, my primary school child, my secondary school child have the same class time as he used to have before the pandemic? Or, for example, am I supposed to be the teacher now? I mean, it is now your job to be the teacher as a parent. Will my child fall behind her academic achievements because of this hybrid teaching and learning? How will my child be assessed, right? So let's start with question number one. Hybrid learning is when your child has some part of the course being taught online with a teacher, some parts of the course being taught in person, going to school and having sort of traditional class, and some other part of the course with assignments the teacher prepares and sends the learners so they work autonomously or independently, right? Now, will my child have the same class time as he used to have in the traditional class? Okay, it's not advisable that he does, you know. That is why we need a combination of approaches. We need live sessions, we need some in-person sessions, right? And we need some asynchronous sessions. So all that combination will give your child a new approach to learning, and he will learn a lot, be sure of that, or she will learn a lot. This is the amount of time advised for each age in what we call in a session with the teacher at the same time, synchronous, right? And this is the amount of time advisable, right, for each age group in what we call asynchronous, the amount of time the child or the teenager is going to spend in learning after class, after the session. But are you supposed to be the teacher now? Of course not. You're not supposed to be the teacher. Your child has very good teachers. What we need now is your support, as you always have offered your child. We need your support as usual. And we also need, you know, for you to prepare and be aware of some of the materials the child might need. You know, we need you to prepare the technology, to prepare the computer, to offer the child a computer and try not to use the mobile phones because the screen is too small. And be there for your child just in case he or she needs you while the child is working. Only that, be available, right? You need to be involved in what is happening in the classroom, as you always do, and allow the learner to work independently. This is the case of this little one. The parents have prepared this, you know, the table, the computer, but now she is working, participating in her class on her own. And that is what we need, right, from you. Now, will my child fall behind his or her academic achievements? There's some great things about hybrid learning that become an enormous opportunity for teachers and learners. For example, the teachers have the unique opportunity to offer time to the learners, and so the learners have enough time to reflect, to think, to prepare a draft, do things again, you know, come and go with their materials, come and go with their whatever they are preparing, so they have time to work. The teachers have time to think and plan their lessons and collaborate with other teachers, so, you know, they receive feedback. The teachers have the opportunity to offer the different children different tasks so they can move on and face different challenges because of what they already know, their interests, their skills that you want them to develop. So we have this possibility in this hybrid learning approach. And leave behind this product approach when we expect all the learners to arrive to the same place at the same time. This is moving away. This belongs to a previous era, let's say. And nowadays we are working with the process approach. We're worried about the process, how the learner develops the skills and acquires the knowledge, and how can we, in a way, help him or her move forward. How my child will be assessed, this is very important. You need to have a clear idea of what the teacher expects from your child and how he or she is going to assess your child. So you need to be careful that your child is documenting the process, that is completing the assignments, that maybe you are taking pictures of what your child is doing, so the teachers can collect enough information on the process your child has been through, right? With all that information, the teacher will prepare the formative assessment and give you an idea of how strongly your child is developing, all right? Now, what should you expect from the school? What can you ask the school to offer you? What you need is clear learning process expected guidelines, assessment procedures, and a marking scheme. You need to know exactly how your child needs to behave, what is the process that your child will go through, and how you can help with that, and what the marking scheme will be. You also need plain, comprehensible, and consistent guidelines. As you are not a teacher, you need to have all the instructions and the expectations in clear language, You need, of course, support and guidance from the school, and you need the consolidation of a learning community of their children. That is to say, you need to belong to a learning community, a strong community of parents and teachers who are learning together in this new situation. So, in order to collaborate with your child's process, you need to trust the teachers and the school you have chosen. You need to try to offer your school reliable equipment, as I was telling you. You need to avoid using mobile phones, as I already told you. Accept the teaching and learning time management. The strategies and the techniques have changed, that your child will not learn the way you used to. So it's a completely different moment with completely different resources, and we have to get, updated and move on. Help your child become familiar with the platform the teacher is using and the equipment, the computer, all the materials. Offer your child a quiet and safe place for the lessons and the schoolwork. This is very important, so the child can concentrate on the lesson and the assignments. Be available. Your child needs you to be around, so he can come and go and ask you questions or any problem that may come up while working. Talk to the teacher should you have any queries or any situation emerges, so you have a fluent dialogue with the teacher, and leave some time aside, right, to go for a walk. 20 or 30-minute daily walk for you, advisable, and if you can take your child, much better, right? It's a good moment for you to be together and relax, okay? Now, here are some interesting links for you to continue reading if you're interested on the topic. And please remember, you are not alone. Thank you.